Hi guys, welcome to the first monthly update of 2021. Well, I don't know why I call it a monthly update. I mean, I do update you on what's coming in the month, but it's more of a thanks to my wonderful donators who keep my channel going. And you know, I think what happened in December with Cyberpunk just shows why to be a full-time YouTuber, you need the backing of your community. You need to be doing what your community like, and you need active people in the community who are prepared to prop you up. Because if I had to rely on YouTube, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. You have to be one of the top big, huge channels you need about 500,000 subscribers to be able to make a living on YouTube. I'm going to roll the PayPal, Subscribestar and the Patreon names now. Now I won't be reading out the names because there was that many, and that's what I want to talk about now. So thanks to all of you. We'll start the roll now. But what happened in December with Cyberpunk was disgusting, disgraceful. What happened? It really, really was. But I had no idea the response of the community. It took me totally by surprise, the response. I was just angry and wanted to get a video out just saying, look, this is what's happened, and the response was just overwhelming, really. I mean, it was outrageous what happened, to be fair. I did my Cyberpunk review, I put it up there. It wasn't a favourable review, but it was not just a blind rageful rant. It was a very objective review. I think it was completely fair, completely balanced, but it did call out the game for what it was, a complete bug-ridden mess. And when I do a AAA game, obviously it's a big payday for me because you get more views, and views mean more clicks, and clicks mean more money. So it was the biggest game of the year. I knew that it would be my biggest payday of the year, but you know, that's irrelevant. You still do the videos. I just did a video the other day there. I spent 13 hours playing it, and I knew I would only get about £20 for doing it, but I knew it would help a lot of people who like city builders. So, you know, I'm not just choosing. I'm not one of these channels that only does the big games, you know, because it's the big games that give them the money. You know, I do mainly indie games, really, but when the big games come out, I still do them. But yeah, Cyberpunk was going to be the big game of the year, really. And I knew I would probably get about 300,000 views on it. I mean, that's how many I get on the really, really big games. And that turns into about, how much? I'd probably get about £300 for that, which is a huge payday. That's a huge payday for me, £300. And so, I did, like I said, I digressed a bit there. I put the video out, and about 4.5 hours later, it was time to go to bed, and I said to my girlfriend, I says, I'll probably get about 25,000 views maybe before I go to bed. And I checked it, and it was on 60,000 views, which was a record. It actually came up in my analytics that this is the fastest growing video you've ever done. And I thought, wow, this is going to be huge. And then the next morning when I got up, and I knew all my American and Australian subscribers would be all on it overnight, because it was mainly the Europeans that had watched it when it first went up. And when I got up the next day, it only had 72,000 views, and I was like, how is that even possible? It should have been well over 100,000 by now. And when I checked my emails, loads of emails, why have you taken the video out of your subscriber feeds, and where's your video gone? And I just had that sinking feeling. I knew I'd been censored. And so I went and checked. I went straight onto my community and Discord and asked them to search in their sub feeds, and all them were coming back. Nah, it's gone, it's gone, it's gone. Now, some were saying it wasn't, and it was regional, and it was like the main regions of my community, America, Britain, Central Europe, had gone. I didn't do a knee-jerk reaction. I waited and waited. I think I waited 1.5 days to see what was going to happen, but it didn't come back. And that's when I made me censorship video and just says, you know, I've been censored. Now, I still have no idea. I never got anything from YouTube saying why. All I know is it was taken out of the search engines. You couldn't find it in the search engines at all, and you couldn't find it in my subscriber feeds. But within 3 hours, guys, of me uploading another review of it, the original one came back. 3 hours. Now, that ain't a coincidence, man. That isn't a coincidence. Yeah. I think the only thing that I can say on it is I think it was purely to hurt me financially, and I don't know why. Well, I kind of do. I speak my mind, and you're not allowed to do that now, and people like me get punished. But do you know, that's enough of that. The actual, all these names that you're looking at on your screen, I earned. And this is the crazy thing about my community, right? I earned 3 times as much money because this happened. I know a lot of it was just normal donations that I would get anyway, but over and above the normal donations, I earned about 4 times more than I would have earned if I hadn't been censored. So it worked. I mean, financially, yes, it worked out great for me, but it's still worrying that it happened, because what's next? You know, I am concerned about 2021 and censorship. I really am. It's getting kind of worse, this cancelled culture bullshit. You know, people should be allowed to have an opinion. And if that opinion is not your opinion, well, so what? Get over it. It's healthy to have differing opinions. And so we go forward into 2021. And we don't know what we're heading into, really, but I have a feeling it's going to be worse than 2020. One of my PayPal messages was a very optimistic one about 2021, and unfortunately I don't share. It was nice to read, mind. It was a really nice message to read it, and I was kind of thinking, oh, I hope you're right, but I just don't think you're going to be right. I think it's going to be a torrid time, 2021, I really do. But anyway, on to more happy things. I hope you all had a good Christmas and a good New Year. We've got Hitman coming up. There's not a lot, as you saw in my video the other day, there's not a lot coming really until later on in the year, but I'm going to be scouring the indie scene. And you know what? There was some great indie games last year. If you watch my Game of the Year video, you'll see a lot of really good indie games. A lot of them are going to be finished this year, so they're going to be getting a lot more content, so I'll be all over them. I might even do update videos on them. I'm going to do more playthroughs this year as well, so when I'm like yesterday when I did, not yesterday, the day before when I did that city builder, I played it for I think 13 hours. I could have recorded maybe a couple of them sessions and put them in, so if it's a game that might lend itself to a bit of fun, I might record a couple of playthrough sessions, just 15 minutes here and there, and bang them on the channel in between reviews. Why not? Some people like them, some people don't. You don't have to watch them if you don't want to. So there's that. Christmas for us, because I know there's people wanting to know how big Christmas was. Wasn't that great, to be honest. We made the best of a bad thing. We had no heating. It was -1. And we had to kind of cut short the festivities here because it was just too cold for me mother. So I had to take her home. We spent the rest of the time over at hers. I got to see my son, which was great because obviously under lockdown rules I'm not allowed to, but they eased them for that. So he was over. We had a fun time, but it was very cold. We had 10 days of no heating. We just got it back just before New Year. So we're all back now, but I wiped the floor with a bloody landlord. I tell you what, the sooner I can find a house, the better. But oh, there's someone at the door. Shit, Mac. You're going to get evicted. It's for ringing all the bells. The most important thing is, guys, we didn't burn the Christmas roast. And there's a good reason for that this year, because if you remember, I incinerated the turkey the last time, and then before that I incinerated the lamb. But this time we cooked the turkey and it was absolutely perfect. And the secret was, I wasn't allowed in the fucking kitchen. So yeah, there you go, guys. Thanks for all your support. I can't thank you enough. There's been some hugely generous donations in among that, and I just thank every single one of you, whether it was $1 or the guy who gave me 75.4 million. I mean, I just really do appreciate every single one of them. Without you, I wouldn't have a channel, and goodness knows where I'd be. So thanks a lot, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.